Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to today's meeting of the Assembly Committee on Growth and Infrastructure. Mr. Secretary, would you please call the roll?
Assemblywoman Brown May.
Here.
Assemblyman Carter.
Present.
Assemblywoman Dickman.
Here.
Assemblywoman Gallant.
Here.
Assemblyman Gurr. Assemblywoman Kasama.
Here.
Assemblywoman Marzola.
Here.
Assemblywoman Miller. Assemblyman Miller.
Here.
Assemblywoman Peters.
Here.
Assemblywoman Summers Armstrong. Chair Watts.
And I am here. Thank you. If anybody else shows up before we get done with this meeting, please mark them present when they arrive. Members, we have one item on our agenda today, and that is a work session on Assembly Bill 384. After that, we'll have public comment. So with that, I will turn it over to Mr. Stinisbeck, our policy analyst, to lead us through the work session for AB 384.
Thank you, Chair. For the record, Jan Stinisbeck with the Research Division of the LCB. As non-partisan central staff, I can advocate for or against any measure comes before this committee. The one bill in the work session today is Assembly Bill 384, which was sponsored by Assemblyman Hafen and heard in this committee on March 30th. The bill authorizes an automobile wrecker who has acquired a vehicle that is not due to be dismantled, scrapped, processed, or wrecked to authorize the sale of such a vehicle by a consignee at a qualifying consignment auction. There's one proposed amendment to this bill by Assemblyman Hafen, which is attaches a mock-up to the work session document. The proposed amendment removes all provisions of the bill, authorizes an automobile wrecker to sell certain vehicles that possess minor damages, possess minor damage and are not due to be salvaged, exempts the automobile wrecker from the requirement to provide a buyer of such vehicles with evidence that they comply with certain engine emission standards for the purpose of registering the vehicle with the DMV. And lastly, exempts the automobile wrecker from the requirement to forward to the DMV the certificate of title and registration of such vehicles. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you, Mr. Stinisbeck. Before we move forward, I just want to appreciate the work that the bill's proponents have done with other stakeholders. It sounds like they're not quite there yet, but are at the point where they're okay with continuing the conversation. So we're gonna move this forward and hope that it gets figured out. And I'll definitely be keeping an eye on this as it moves forward. So members, are there any questions on this work session document? Seeing none, I would accept a motion to amend and do pass AB 384. Okay, I've got a motion from Vice Chair Brown May, a second from Assemblywoman Peters. Any discussion on the motion? Assemblywoman Dickman.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I just wanted to say that until it's all worked out, I'm going to be a no. Thanks.
Understood. Any additional discussion on the motion? Seeing none, all those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, nay?
Nay.
I have a nay from Assemblywoman Dickman. That the motion carries. We will move on to the last item on our agenda today. Oh, I'll assign the floor statement to Assemblyman Hafen. Thank you. With that, we'll move on to the last item on our agenda today, which is public comment. Anyone wishing to provide public comment either in Carson City or Las Vegas, please come forward. Seeing none at this time, Broadcast Production Services, do we have anyone wishing to provide public comment by phone? BPS, are you there?
Chair, the public line is open and working. There are no callers to testify at this time.
Thank you so much. That completes our business for the day. Members, we do have a meeting agendized tomorrow for call of the chair. At this time, I do not expect that we will take up additional business, but just in case, we do have a meeting agendized. I do want to also just take a moment as we're approaching the committee passage deadline to thank all of our hardworking staff who have helped us as bills have gotten introduced and quickly gotten them scheduled, dealt with everybody, including myself, providing last-minute amendments and really helped this process go smoothly. So thank you all. Thank you all to the members for your time and attention up to this point, and we'll see you again soon. This meeting's adjourned.